Snyder to honor Anne Pasternak.
President Burnett, it is my privilege to present Anne Pasternak for the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters.
This degree is confirmed in recognition of your many accomplishments in the world of art, education, and social justice. As the Shelby White and Leon Levy Director of Brooklyn Museum, you bring a courageous, pioneering, and inspiring spirit to one of the nation's most respected fine arts institutions. Expanding its civic and democratic role throughout your career, your visionary leadership has paved the way for countless artists to address the great challenges of the 21st century, showcasing the truly transformative power of the arts.
By the authority vested in me by the trustees of Pratt Institute and the State of New York, I hereby confer the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, on Anne Pasternak, with all of the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. And now, please join me in welcoming Anne Pasternak, who will give this year's commencement address.
This may not be a very dignified way to start, but as I was walking down the aisle coming up on stage, I was trying to remember my undergraduate commencement ceremony, and I couldn't remember it because I think I was a little tipsy and maybe a little high. But I do think, and I might be wrong because, as I said, I was a little tipsy and high, that Bill Cosby was our commencement speaker. I hope you like me more. Anyway, Dr. Marsalis, congratulations. Thank you for your breathtaking work. Dr. Holzer, congratulations. It is such an honor to be on the stage with these artists I have long admired, who have changed my life, who have shaped me into the human that I am today. So thank you. Thank you, and congratulations, President Burnett. This is your first Pratt graduation. I want to thank the Pratt trustees, the faculty, and the administration. Congratulations, parents, friends, family members. You worked hard and you made sacrifices to ensure your loved ones would graduate today. Thank you for that. Most importantly, congratulations, class of 2018. You did it! And I am honored to join you on this momentous occasion. Here I am, your commencement speaker, and you were probably wondering, as was I, why her? Well, I join you today for one simple reason. I am passionate about you, about the artists, about the creatives. And I'm here to remind you this simple truth. Art matters. Culture matters. Your creativity matters. Seen it over and over again. I saw it 6 months after September 11th, when two beacons of light, conceived by the artists Julien Laverdiere and Paul Miotta, first illuminated the night to reclaim our city skyline and honor the lives tragically lost on 9/11. I will never forget the victims' families joining together on boats along the Hudson River in shared remembrance and mourning. I will never forget those who got out of their cars and lined up for miles along the New Jersey Turnpike to see the lights for their first time, to pause and to reflect. And every year since then, these lights have been proof that art matters. I saw it again after Hurricane Katrina, when artist Paul Chan brought to life Samuel Beckett's play, Waiting for Godot, in New Orleans, Lower 9th Ward, just a few yards from where the levee broke. Thousands came to see the play, many of whom had not returned to New Orleans since the storm. In the segregated city, black, brown, and white sat together, side by side, laughing, crying, and embracing. Again and again, they told us their pain was seen, and it was again proof that art matters. I could go on and on with countless stories of how art has mattered, as I have been privileged to support artists and community in working together to bring great works, meaningful works of art to life over these past few decades. In fact, each week at the Brooklyn Museum, I find myself in awe of the power of art to bring people together, to learn about each another's cultures and histories, and to celebrate them with dignity and care and joy. Culture matters. This is good news for you graduates, because all of you are cultural producers. Culture permeates just about everything we do every day in historically unprecedented ways. And the roles you play as creators can be important in making sense of our world, even shaping it. But you're facing real challenges. You grew up with reality television where friends behave like anything but friends. You grew up with video games where mass killings and sexist and racist behaviors were treated as entertainment. You grew up with a consumerist culture that encourages our fetish for the new while undermining the very health and viability of our planet. And you live in a time where bullying has become socially acceptable. Our society has gone awry, but there is hope for us, and that hope is each of you. You have the power to shape the future. As the science fiction writer Sir Arthur Clarke said, "The future isn't what it used to be." The truth is, the future is built in the present, and whether you wish it to be so or not, you are its architects. That's a lot of responsibility, so I urge you, seize it, embrace it. Abraham Lincoln wisely observed, quote, "Public sentiment is everything. With public sentiment, nothing can fail. Without it, nothing can succeed." This means no important political, economic, or social change can happen without changing people's hearts and minds. And it is culture that shapes public sentiment. Do not forget it. It is culture that shapes public sentiment. You need proof? Just look at history. Could we imagine the end of slavery without writers such as Frederick Douglass, Harriet Beecher Stowe, Mark Twain, and Harriet Tubman? Of course not. Could we imagine advances in civil rights without musicians such as Harry Belafonte, Bob Dylan, Aretha Franklin, and Nina Simone? No way. Could we imagine advances in gay rights without artists such as Keith Haring and Robert Mapplethorpe? Of course not. Many times these artists chose to build bridges with unlikely partners to tell stories of our shared humanity and to work to change the course of history. In today's age of digital media, you have even greater choices to construct a better future for all. Graduates, you've already demonstrated you can make smart choices. After all, you chose to go to Pratt, finish your degree, and graduate with an exceptional education. Great choice. As you embark on this next phase of your life, I ask you to consider your next choices. Will they be made from a place of ignorance or knowledge? From a place of selfishness or fellowship? Will they be made with a view to short-term gains for a few or long-term benefits for many? You are the designers of our shared future. Design it well, design it with intention, design it with integrity, design it with inclusiveness and humility, design it for the common good, and above all, design it with love. It won't always be easy, but it will matter, I promise. Finally, as Dr. Martin Luther King said, the time is always ripe to do right. So graduates, go do right. And congratulations. I wish you great joy and fulfillment in your journey ahead.
thank you for those incredible words of inspiration. And now, it is time